This Khan Academy lesson is matching equations to coordinates on a graph. So on your paper, put down the title, Khan, match equations to coordinates. And then we'll open up a new tab. Go to Khan Academy, Khan. Don't need to log in, don't need to sign up. Just go straight over to search and start typing in match equations. And it should pop up right away. Match equations to coordinates on a graph. Now this one does not have a video lesson, so I'm going to do one of them for you as a video lesson. So let's go ahead and click on the practice. Okay, match equations to coordinates on a graph. And so on my paper, the first thing I'm going to write is video example, which I'm doing for you. Which graph represents the XY pairs that make the equation y equals 2x true? All right, so on my paper, I'm going to write y equals 2x, and we want to know which one of these would be true. Well, in order to make sure it works, we have to check at least 2 points. So in this first graph, graph A, let's write down 2 of these coordinate points on our paper. So we have point, remember we always list x first on the x-axis. So point 2, 4. So on my paper, I'm writing down point 2, 4. So this is what I have on my paper so far. I've got my equation, and then I have graph A, got point 2, 4. And then we need one more point. It looks like 0.48. So I'm going to write that one down too for graph A, 0.48. For graph B, so on your paper, write graph B. And we need 2 points. Okay, this first point here, remember you're going to take your x coordinate first. So x is at 0 and y is at 2. So we're going to have the point 0, 2. And then x coordinate 4 and y is 3. 4 and 3. Okay, so this is what I have on my paper so far. And then graph C. Need 2 points. Dogs are rustling over here. We'll have point 2, 6 and point 4, 5. Okay, so on my paper, I have at least 2 points from every graph and my equation. So now all we have to do is start plugging these points into the equation to make sure that it works, that it holds true. So remember, this is our x, this is our y. So we're going to plug 2 in where x is and 4 in where y is. So we're going to have 4 equals, and remember when these are sitting right next to each other, that means multiply. 2, and our x is 2. Well, we got a problem when we write them like that. It looks like 22, doesn't it? It doesn't show that we're multiplying it. So make sure you put parentheses around one of them to show that we're multiplying it. Because once again, when they're sitting right next to each other, that means multiply. Well, 2 times 2 is 4. So we have 4 equals 4. That works. Now let's check the second one. We're going to put 4 in for x, and we're going to put 8 in for y. Okay, so we're going to have 8 equals 2 times 4. Well, 2 times 4 is 8, so 8 equals 8. So that graph works. All right, let's see if any of these other graphs work. Put 0 in for x. Remember, here's our x, here's our y. So y is 2. We'll have 2 equals, put 0 in for x. 2 times 0. Well, 2 times 0 is 0. So this would give us 2 equals 0. Is that a true statement? No, that doesn't work. So we know graph B is out. Okay, let's check graph C. We have our x, we have our y. Okay, let's put 6 in for y. So we'll have 6 equals, put 2 in for x. 2 times 2. Well, 2 times 2 is 4, so this gives us 6 equals 4. Not a true statement. So graph C is out. So we know that in Academy only graph A will match this equation. Okay, so if this first problem was different, you'll have to redo your first problem, but otherwise do the rest of the practice problems. So on your paper, underneath the video example that I did for you, you're going to start the practice problems. So get your work written down for all the practice problems, take a picture of your work and submit it into Canvas like you normally would for an assignment.